Hi, my name's Josh. I'm a grateful recovering addict. My story starts with a young boy that just always felt out of place. Even though my family loved me so much, I never appreciated or really ever saw the worth in myself. Grew up in a Christian family. They were very loving, gave me everything that I ever needed, wanted. Never really had anything traumatic happen to me. I don't have any good explanation why I became a drug addict. Growing up, I always loved to play sports. Played baseball, a little bit of football. I really liked to ride BMX. As I got older, I kind of branched away from organized sports and just rode BMX. And when I was about 15 years old, I had broken my clavicle. I was given a script for a narcotic. I continued to take that narcotic and abuse that narcotic eventually. The day that I was allowed to ride my bike again, I broke the same clavicle again. Then a month after that, I broke my hand and then broke my other clavicle and just had a series of injuries that I was on this medication for well over a year. In that time, I was in 9th grade. A lot of the seniors saw that I had a sling on and they knew what that meant, that I had painkillers. I became a drug dealer. I started selling my pain medication for extra money. Started hanging out with the wrong crowd, smoking weed, drinking. My life just slowly went downhill from there. As years went on, I got out of high school. I went to school and I had to drop out of school because I had a mental breakdown. That was my first suicide attempt at the age of 18. I couldn't handle or understand the feelings that I had, why I felt this way. Looking back now, I was addicted to opiates, and a lot of that caused a depression in me. I put a lot of faith into a woman that didn't really appreciate me for who I was. And once again, I just felt worthless and alone. Around the age of 23, 24, I started using heroin, a lot of cocaine, and any other drug I can get my hands on. It's kind of a trash can that just took anything. I wanted to fill that void that I know now that only Jesus can fill. Around the age of 26, 27, I started using drugs intravenously, and my life went downhill fast, really fast. On a weekly basis, I was trying to consume so much drugs that I would overdose and die, and that was my constant goal. I'd go away to a rehab just so my tolerance would go down so I could die and stop this misery finally. A lot of this took a toll on my family. Mother, father, sister, grandparents, they had no idea what was going on. They had no idea I guess you could say, beast that was inside of me dwelling. One of my suicide attempts, my mother heard me collapse on the floor, and my own mother had to come upstairs and give me CPR until the ambulance came. She had to search out and really try to find a new means. One of the places she looked for was at the Cross Recovery, and she was accepted with open and loving arms. I was too. I never showed up to a meeting sober. I'd only come along so my mom would give me some money or I'd steal some out of her purse to go do more drugs. We learned about a program called Teen Challenge. My mother set up an intervention for me. My whole family sat down with me and said, listen, you need to go get help. We think this is the best way for you to go do it. And she had a lot of support from At the Cross to help her have the judgment that she needed to set her foot down and say enough's enough. By the grace of God and prayers from the community, I made it through the 14-month-long program, graduated. I learned while I was in there that I am worth it. Who I am to Jesus, who I am to God, that I'm loved. I found a new perspective on myself, a new way to live my life. That's not easy since I've been out. I've fallen back. Currently I have a little over 6 months clean and sober by the grace of God. I found a lot of it is getting up in the morning, asking God to help me stay sober, help me do what you need me to do. And then before I go to bed, thanking Him for it. Thanking for Him getting me through today. And I want to thank At the Cross Recovery for being there for me, being there for my mother, and being so loving and open to us. I don't think I would have made it. I don't think my mom would have made it. I don't think my family would have made it through any of this. I think I would have became another statistic if I didn't have that support there. I really just want to thank everybody. And thank God. It's His grace that I'm saved and I'm here today.